Blog Talk Radio.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome, my minions. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. Welcome aboard. This is The Balance, and I am on loan from God for the next 2 hours to walk you through this crazy world of sports. And I tell you what, we have a fun show, a fun-packed show for you today as the NFL draft is underway. We are 2 days in. We still have another day to go. The Indianapolis Colts did a little bit of shaking and baking, ended up with a stud. We'll talk about that. That's for sure. Beat writer for the Phildeaphia Eagles and our official NFL contributor, Ed Kracz, joins us. Super fan of the Cleveland Browns joins us. Super fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers joins us. And you joins us. 917-889-8516 is our digits. But we're going to kick things off with our Indy Car talk. That's right, guys. Literally, the month of May is right here. We can taste it. We can feel it. And Matthew Embury from WSBT, our official Indy Car contributor, is going to break down his power rankings, some shifting and moving around there as well as we get ready for the Indianapolis Grand Prix. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network. You don't want to move today. I'm going to tell you why, because we got us a fun show. It's about to get fun.
Tonight, I just want to take you away. Throw your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party alright.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, welcome back to the balance. It's time to kick things off. Our NFL analysis draft show is underway, but before we get to all of that, we got to start things off, of course, with Indy Car. And joining us now is Matthew Embury, our official Indy Car contributor from WSBT. Matthew, how is you, sir?
Well, we got interesting stuff going in. I mean, you talk about the possibilities with looking ahead to May. I mean, certainly I think we didn't get the clear picture on Wednesday. The rain had something to do with it, and I think you then also have teams that possibly sandbag just a little bit, didn't show their hand completely until we get to May. So don't know, but early on I'd say the playing field in terms of engine competition I think is a little level compared to last year when Chevrolet dominated. I mean, you had 5 Chevrolets and 5 Hondas at the top of the leaderboard after Wednesday, and I think right now you're looking ahead to poll day. It's definitely, I think, the 230 number is definitely in play once again when we head to that Sunday, and, of course, the ranking round determining who gets into the Fast 9.
Well, I tell you what, it is going to be exciting, and it's just exciting to be talking about IndyCar back in the month of May. Coming up here this week is the unveiling of the Indy 500 graphic on the JW Marriott skyscraper downtown Indianapolis. People are talking about the Mini. I mean, it is just a buzz here in town in Indianapolis. It's really, really special. Let's kind of do a recap of where we're at. Of course, we've got a lot of new things happening this year as we go into the IndyCar season that we'll see on the track. We'll see some new looks and feels of the car. We'll see a lot of different things. So talk with us about the changes from 2018 to 2019 that we might notice on the track this May in Indianapolis.
Well, they've obviously done more aerodynamics to the new Dallara Aero kit to try to make the cars more drivable, especially in traffic. I mean, you saw last year's race when you got within 5 car lengths of the car ahead of you, the car got loose, especially during the long runs. That's why you saw the field stay pretty much stagnant beyond the restart. So it'll be interesting to see if that change comes into full effect. Of course, the cooler temperatures today and what we had Wednesday probably won't be in play when we get to next month, even though they are predicting snow here in South Bend today, believe it or not. But, yeah, I think right now at this point it's still a who's who and unknowns, and especially for those near the cut line, the Jordan Kings, the Ben Hanleys, the Pato Awards, who could not test, Kyle Kaiser, James Davison among them, and Pippa Mann, the question is how much of a disadvantage are they going to be at not having that extra track time the other teams that were at this test were able to enjoy?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the test at Indy. As you mentioned, we had some rain issues. What are the deal makers and deal breakers, if you will, that came out of that, or if anything at all, or was it just kind of more routine? Again, we don't have a lot of data because we had some rain issues, but I know that Sato also had some opinions. But what are our thoughts after looking at this test day in Indianapolis?
Well, looking at my griditology list, I updated after the session concluded. The top 9 has stayed stagnant. In fact, the top 11 I had have stayed stagnant, with Power and Castro Davis at 1 and 2, Dixon at 3, Rossi at 4, Newgarden at 5, Bourdais at 6. Carpenter, even though he was fast, I still have him at 7 at this point, Pagenaud at 8, and Rosenquist at 9. First mover, Spencer Pigot. He had a decent day yet today, and I think he has shown, along with the other ECR cars, they will be legitimate, although I don't think they'll have an easy enough time to get 3 cars into the top 9 as they did last year. And certainly Sato, I had him on row 7. Now I have him on the inside of row 5, so he definitely gained some ground. Colton Herta continues to gain notoriety. He's now up to position number 16 on my list. And then guys that have dropped down the list. For instance, things are looking a little murkier for guys like Jack Harvey, J.R. Hildebrand, Marcus Ericsson, Santino Ferrucci. And you look to that line, I think the one thing, though, that I did see is you have a more competitive Rail Letterman Lanigan team potentially compared to the team that qualified 28th, 29th, and 30th in pre-qualifying last year. I think that bodes well for a guy like Jordan King, and that's why I put him in the field at number 32, and I moved Kyle Kaiser to that list of outdrivers, including Ben Hanley and Pippa Mann.
We're talking with Matthew Embury, our official Indy Car contributor. We're getting geared up for the month of May. The Grand Prix coming up just a couple of weeks here in Indianapolis at 16th in Georgetown at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Great road course, and then they're going to turn around and put it back into an oval course, if you will. I want to just start picking drivers out of your griditology, if you will, in no particular order, but at random, and just kind of want to get your thoughts on where you think they're at, how they're going to perform in both the Grand Prix and the Indianapolis 500, and how they are going to perform in the 2019 season. Let's start with Alexander Rossi and his Napa car. What are your thoughts about him? I like him a lot. He's shown us over the last couple years. Certainly, he's a former Indianapolis 500 champion. But what are your thoughts about Alexander Rossi?
The saving grace for Rossi, I think, is the fact that there is not a requalifying period like there was the last few years. So whatever you do on Saturday, that locks your position in, especially if you don't make the top 9. So I think for a guy like Rossi, who plummeted all the way down to 32nd in qualifying after qualifying 11th in the ranking round last year, this certainly, the format's going to help him. And I think based on what we saw on Wednesday, he and his Andretti Autosport teammates, at least some of them, not all of them, I'd say, excluding Zach Veach and Connor Daly, all have a legitimate chance to make that Firestone Fast 9.
You know what? We're ignoring the elephant in the room, but certainly he's at top of the power rankings as far as IndyCar goes, and that's Joseph Newgarden. Joseph Newgarden's time has come. Joseph Newgarden has matured. Joseph Newgarden is a great All-American driver from Tennessee. I tell you what, he's fun to talk to. He's been patient. He's come along. We remember him when he was young with Sarah Fisher and Carpenter, and then now he's with Team Penske, and he's with Team Penske for a reason, because he's a champion. This year, Joseph Newgarden, what say you?
The thing is, though, he hasn't proven himself at Indy yet, in my opinion. That's why I have him only at 5 on my list, and behind his teammates like Power and Castro Davis, who have proven themselves, and the other, former winners in Dixon and Rossi. Until Newgarden proves he can win this race, I think he's still a step behind his 2 veteran teammates. And if Pagenaud finds a way to figure out the body style, I'd say I'd put him ahead of Newgarden as well. The rest of the circuit does not matter. What we keep saying, and it's true, the Indy 500 is a season within itself. I mean, you have new players in there that are not contesting the other events, and it's a totally different game at this track as compared to all the other tracks on the circuit. Not even Texas and Pocono compared to this venue as far as the